You all know there's exam fever going on, right? Actually, it is exam time right now. It's annual exams for most schools. So it's an apt theme of the day today. Today I'm going to use a cheat sheet because I think there's a lot of points and I don't want to miss out anything. And it is a topic of my interest actually. Because I have been a mentor in many ways, whether it is academics or during my time in the industry or as a mentor here in Toastmaster, both at a personal level as well as a professional level. I think mentorship is a boon, I would call it. Anybody who can be a mentor is something that he is doing for the community, for the other person that he cares, who is called the mentee. Many of you in your walks of life would have come across a mentor. The first mentor you would remember as a child is are your parents. They are your mentors because they want to do good for you. They want to always think good for you. So they try to do the best they can, or they try to teach you the best. Then the next mentor that comes into your life is your teacher, whether in school or in the common neighborhood, or anybody who can help you with your development can be called a mentor. When I went to the US, I did not know really the name or the word mentor or an advisor. These were all names given to me when I was in the US as a student. We used to always call our teachers as teachers or professors or things like that in India. The whole concept of mentorship and mentor is more of a Western, I think. I have not really seen it in India. When I first joined the company in US, in General Mills, there was a mentor and a mentee program in that company. It was a very new program and it was to pair senior scientists and senior people in R&D with the junior scientists and the ones who had just come in. It was a wonderful program and we had a set of rules as mentors, and mentees had a rule as well on how this interaction has to be, and that is what I'm going to be teaching you today. From the Toastmaster International website, I took down the points and I'm just here to relate it to you. As a Toastmaster member since 2007, I've been here in Toastmaster, both in International Toastmaster, I was working in Pepsi and I had my membership there, as well as in India. I do see a lot of differences between the clubs and the way we do things. I feel that in India, it's a lot of competition with regards to Toastmasters, and the members are very active, and there is a lot of members to the activities, so to speak. So we always fight for roles here in Medley, right? We hardly get any. Medley is a big club, and yet we fight for it. If you go to a smaller club, you might get more roles far more easier, but then you miss out on all the fine kindred, right? So I would say you should be all the members of Medley, and please come and take part as either a mentor or a mentee in this program. So let me walk through the mentorship program in Toastmasters. So I've kind of defined what a mentor should be. A mentor is a coach, a confidant, whom you can talk to very easily, whom you can really relate to, so that you can learn whatever the experiences he or she might have, whether it is in speaking skills or in the way you behave. Or in Toastmasters, its main things are leadership track and the speaking track. So either you can be mentored on that leadership track or in the public speaking track. In either ways, a mentor, as you know, is an advisor, is a confidant, a coach, somebody you can go to who always looks after your interests. So everybody got the definition of mentor? Yeah? Yes? Raise your hands.
Yes.
Yes, great. So the next step is, what is the role of a mentor? Okay. The first thing is, as you say, to bring the mentee into the program with ease of transition. So he's new to the club. He's he or she is kind of lost, to tell you the truth. So you try to be the bridge, the transition, so that he can be more comfortable in the club. So when he comes or she comes, you kind of try to tell him about the rules and regulations of the club, the series that you can take, whether it is a communicator series or a leadership series, and then you try to coach that person slowly into the club by being more social and things like that. So the transition that you make is what you try to ease the transition for that new person. For that, you try to learn the program. So what is Toastmasters about yourself? Because I myself may not know all the things about Toastmasters. So the first thing before you become a mentor is you learn what that program is about so that you can teach that program to the beginning. And you yourself might have a mentor, so you can go and ask that mentor as well. So first of all, you learn the program, and then you learn about the club standards. For example, you can be dressed in formals, you can't wear jeans, things like that. Many small etiquettes that you learn, and many things that you can teach to the mentee. And then the main thing that everybody learns in Toastmasters is what? Is anybody say, apart from being a public speaker and a leader, what is the one thing that many of you have learned after this program?
Being a better person.
Okay, that's very holistic. That's very philosophical. Okay, I'm still looking for that one word.
Confidence.
Confidence. That is great. You will get that confidence eventually to just walk up here and say a few words, or the confidence that you can lead in the leadership track. I think that for sure you will learn in Toastmasters or in any program you go to. And if you have the right mentor to guide you, you can learn using a very quick learning curve. It will be a steep curve. So, for example, I'll just relate it. I feel that I can keep talking all the theories in the paper. But when I relate an example, my students get to learn faster. So I feel you all are my students. So I'm going to give you an example. One example I'll tell you, when I came to India in 2011, I was actually in Pune. And I joined the Pune Toastmaster Club. It was a huge club like Medley. And it was also one of the beginning clubs in Pune. So in Shivaji Nagar, it was the main club of Pune. And the sea of people competing for roles and this and that. And I was kind of lost. Because in the US, in Pepsi, it was a very small club of like 20 people. And we were interacting and we had a lot of roles to play. And it was a very different atmosphere. So I was kind of lost. I needed a mentor. And there was one person called Prasad Sovani who really helped me out. I still am very indebted to him. He not only helped me complete a track of ACB, but he also helped me to interact with other clubs in Pune because I completed in 3 months that entire 10 speeches. And this led me to know the other clubs better, and it was a great network. If you look into my Facebook, you will see a lot of people from Maharashtra and Pune. It was because of that same reason. And I give credit to that one person, Prasad Soni. He gave me confidence that I can do it in 3 months. And the fact that, don't worry, the club looks big, you don't have roles. Actually, I only gave 2 speeches in that club. The entire set of 8 speeches I gave across the board. I used to travel from one end of Pune to the other end, corporate clubs, community clubs, whatnot. Take up roles also in those clubs. But he helped me out with all that concept. One thing I learned is, if you have a will, you will get through. So don't worry about not getting a role. Don't make that an excuse. Oh, it's kind of full. I don't have. Look for other avenues where you can go and give your speeches. So let me tell you more things about mentorship. What does a mentor do? He tries to develop your skills, right? Now you might say, well, I'm good at speaking, or I'm good at leadership, I'm a manager of this and that. But still, you might understand, you might have to refine some of your skills. You might find that out. When you come to this club, you will realize actually, maybe there is something more to learn in life. And that is what you do here. So the mentor helps you understand where your skills are lacking, and he will help you to refine your skills. And he will also help you to develop new skills, which you may not even know that you don't have. So those are the things that you will learn in being with an association with a mentor, because he will help you identify those lacunas in your in your personality. What is the other thing that it does is that it actually benefits the mentor. How does it benefit the mentor? Why would I'm always in the giving end, right? I'm always giving things to mentee. I'm teaching him, I'm guiding him. So what is it coming back? What am I getting back from this program? Anybody takers? What am I getting back as a teacher or a mentor? Anybody?
Different ideas.
Okay, that's a great answer. Because you always see a different perspective. Yes?
You get to learn in that process.
Yes, that's what. When you see new ideas, you get to learn. New perspective, you get to see it in a different angle. Especially in Medley, when I first joined this, I keep telling. When I first joined, the Medley was all above 50, maybe above 40. And then now I see Medley's all around less than 30. Yeah? So you see a lot of young crowd now. And in fact, I learned a lot from them by just interacting. I only had time. If I only had time, I would be going to parties with them and learning all the things that they found out. Unfortunately, because of 2 kids at home, I just run away home. But I feel that you get to learn a lot. Apart from that, what do you get? What does a mentor get?
Satisfaction.
Yes, Alex, I am with you. I get the satisfaction that I helped somebody else learn their treadmill, or learn the ways of life. I do this when I came to India. I didn't have a job. I just went and taught in some university for pennies. And the biggest satisfaction was I had 20 graduate students or 20 BTech students who took my lessons and walked away and they spread my word around. So that is the thing. The satisfaction is the main thing for any mentor. I think you will all get that when you become mentors. You will feel that. The gratitude of a mentee, that will go for a long time. What else do you do? You also receive this recognition, whether it is in Toastmaster International or personally from a mentee. That recognition and the gratitude itself will take you a long run. What are the benefits to the club? There are a lot of benefits to the club. The membership will grow, more members will come, new members will be very satisfied, so they will keep staying in the club. So it will be a very strong club and you will get a lot of awards that way too for the club. What are the qualities of a mentor? Any teacher, think about it. Think about it in a mentor's shoe. What is the first thing that you wish? As a mom and dad, you can think about it that. What do you think? Couple of qualities of a mom and dad when you are raising your children.
Patience.
Patience! Yes! I was going to say that was my first point. Patience! I wish I had patience to, handle my kids. They would keep changing. Last minute, tomorrow is the project. They'll come at 10 o'clock in the night and they'll say, Mom, I need dotted paper. And the stationery store is closed. And you can't do it, my dear. No is not an answer. So I draw in a piece of paper dots with scale at 11 p.m. so that she gets the dotted paper for her assignment tomorrow. These are some of the silly examples. But patience is very important because everybody is different. You will have to recognize that difference in character and you have to accommodate that person in a very sensitive manner. So what's the next quality? Be sensitive about the other person. There are so many different people of different walks of life and different styles of communication. So you need to be respectful and sensitive about that other person's learning curve or whatever walks, which way he is, in what stage. The other main thing, there are many laundry lists, but the main thing is always be available for your mentee. Don't just say you are the mentor and you don't take up calls or, Kanmani might be thinking, Ma'am, you never answer my emails or, phone calls. But ultimately, before a speech, I do try to make that time and, give back some valuable feedback. So be available, be sensitive, respectful and patient. Flexible, supportive, be confident, be a good listener. I wish my husband had all these qualities. I would be a different relationship, right? So think about it that way. You have all these qualities in your personal life, you will be a great person as such, not only mentor. mentee qualities? Eager to learn, yes. Receptive, open to new ideas again, and don't take it personally when you get a feedback. It is not about you. It is never about you. It has always been about your skill sets, how you're going to improve your skill sets. So don't take it personal and take this movement together, enjoy the relationship, because it is not going to last forever. Why do I say that? Why is a mentor-mentee relationship in Toastmaster a finite relationship? Because the mentee, once he or she learns whatever he needs to learn, will move on. He will move on and graduate, and he'll start mentoring somebody else. However, that mentor can still be your friend, and you can talk to that person anytime. But it is not going to be forever best friends. Best friends will be not forever mentors, right? So the mentors move on, they keep changing the pattern. So it's a finite relationship, but enjoy while it lasts. And I hope that you all will become mentors and enjoy the mentees relationships. Thanks.